So washes. What exactly is a wash? How do you make a wash? Can you buy washes? What's the best ones to use? All those sort of things. I'm going to attempt to answer most of them here during these two videos. So first, I'm just going to go over what the washes are, um, which ones I think work best, and some kind of pros and cons between them. And then in the second part of this video, I'll actually go and I'll wash something, and I'll try and use the different washes and different techniques to show what's up and how to do that. So the first one we're going to use is a very most basic. Well, first of all, let's go over what we have here. Okay, so we have paint. This is a great pointer, isn't it? Maybe I'll use the one that's bright green so you can see. Ah, that's much better. Paint. This is Vallejo model color here, but really any paint will do, even the air lines. In my estimation, really the only good thing that Games Workshop makes, even though these damn pots just dry up all the time, is their washes. And I don't mean their shades, I mean their washes. What do they call these things? They call these shades. So not their glazes, but their washes, which they call a wash and shade. I have three here. I think three ones that you should have, and the ones you should go out and get are these three, which is Seraphim Sepia, which is a sepia color. You have Agrax Earth Shade, which is the old Devlin Mud. It's a kind of a dark brown color, as you can see. And then there's Nolan Oil. I think they used to be called Bad Owl Black, if I'm not mistaken, and it's basically a black wash. The other ones here that I have back here are the washes from Vallejo. I really like these things. They come in different colors, and you can use a color wash as a wash and not a glaze as well. Now, there's a distinction between a glaze and a wash. A glaze tints things and changes the color, and washes go into the recesses and define the details. Okay, but you can use a red as a wash. I will actually show that as well. So, and then last but not least, you have oil colors. Okay, so what's the difference between all of them? So first of all, I would say probably the bottom of the barrel is your paint. Can you use paint to make washes? Absolutely. You can mix these with water, and I will show how, until they're very, very, very diluted, and use these, and they work not so bad. The issue you're going to run into with these, however, is that the water stains that you're going to get after you wash are going to be pretty extreme. Also, they tend not to flow very well, and it's difficult to get the level of shade that is appropriate to be a wash, which means it's hard to know exactly what's too thick and what's not, and every single paint's going to be different. Every color is going to be different, so the formula of coming up with the exact wash from a paint base is a little tricky, and it takes some experience based on the paints you have. Probably the most difficult, probably the worst outcome. If you get it perfect, is it just as good as a wash? The answer is no, it's not. So the Games Workshop ones, these are Premix Washes, okay, and these are very matte, very, very matte, and they have a good color, and they flow well, and they're just, generally speaking, real well. Well, not well, real good, because you are good and do well. Anyway, I would say where they default at the most is that they leave horrible, horrible amounts of water stains on anything they touch. Which means you have to go back and do lots and lots of cleanup. Now, there's two techniques for washing, and I'll go over this when I actually do it, just the overall kind of carpet bombing, fire for effect type of one, and then there's the precision kind of laser guided munitions approach. Either way, you're going to get a water stains all over the place. You're going to have to go back and do cleanup after these. But again, I do have these three, and I do use them on a regular basis. You can see they're almost all running out, and I am actually going to go and get some more of these because I do like these. But again, they come in these damned pots, and you see that one's not closed all the way, and it's opened up, and it's all crusty, and these pots suck. They suck. If there's a way to take this and put an eyedropper, maybe somebody can put an attachment down there of how the hell you're supposed to do that. That would really help. These, horrible. 3 washes, okay? And again, these are the only 3 that I recommend from Games Workshop line. Out of the way, boys. All right, so if you get these Vallejo ones, and they come in a pack, and the pack has, I think, 8 different colors in it, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a blue, a red, a green, a earth shade, pale gray, a black, a umber shade, which is kind of like the Agrax Earth shade or Devlin Mud, but not. It's the same but different. And a sepia. Okay, these are all very good as well. I like these a lot. They do, I would say, a better job at not leaving water stains, if that makes any sense. These are also kind of fire for effect carpet bombing type of application. They're kind of meant for that. They do better. They are a little glossy though, and they need to be more, and they are a little bit glossy. And after you do this, you're going to definitely have to hit it with some sort of dull coat or matte varnish afterward to take away that shininess. So it's kind of meant to be done a little bit after. But they are good, especially the color ones. You do need to shake the living crap out of these to get them to work properly. So before you use them, you can kind of see here at the top the kind of watery, milky substance and a nice thick pigment at the bottom. Milky pigment. Vallejo is known for separating, so you need to shake the living daylights out of this. But once you do, it does work very well. I do like these. I do use them a lot for certain applications, and I haven't necessarily totally gone over to the dark side and trust this more than I do the Nolan oil from Games Workshop just yet. I'm getting there, but they are different. This sepia is not the same as the Seraphim sepia. It's just not. The shades are a little bit different. So again, it's a new shade, a new paint, a new tool for your toolbox. Good stuff. My favorite washes come from the oils. Believe it or not, oil washes are awesome. I really like them. They are precision munition. You make this with mineral spirits, and it will go, because of the capillary action that these produce when you mix it with the thinning medium, which is mineral spirits in most cases. It goes right into the cracks, and it doesn't leave stains anywhere. And any stains that it does leave is more kind of like a shade, which can be taken off with a Q-tip with a little bit of mineral spirits on that. So you can kind of go over a large area, and then anything you don't want, you can wipe off. And that is hard to do with these. It's just difficult to do with these. I heard watercolor washes, you can do something like that with these. I haven't really found a good way to be able to go over and clean up after this by wiping this stuff off, meaning the acrylic shades, wiping that off with anything on the top of on the tip of a Q-tip, and not risk damaging the paint job underneath. Sometimes it dries, and you need to put a little pressure on before you know you've taken half your paint job off. So be warned, the best way to do is to cover it up with paint. This you can get off. Okay, so and I will show you how to do oil paints here in the next video. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, and I'll prep the model, make sure it's dry, and we'll get to washing.